Point guard, 6 feet 7 inches. Number 23, Tyler.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them all holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Paul George.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Paul George out there with Bones Highland. Then there's Christian Brown. Then there's Nikola Jokic. And it's Holmes, Inneth power forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Hardy. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's the Cobra in at the 2. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, B.A. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Here's the Cobra. Pass to Hardy. To the paint. The Cobra can't hit. And so George will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Their last encounter was in Denver.
They just couldn't get it done against this team last time. Their starters got into quick trouble because of some cheap fouls.
Yeah, and that comes down to playing reckless defense. They need to have more discipline and do a better job of guarding without fouling.
Now here's George. 13 points in the win against Cleveland. And the Cobra pulls it down.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
To 3, Hardy. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's the Cobra. George defending. George with the block.
Yeah, rejecting the try there. George firing up his guys.
Highland, the pass to Brown. Six to shoot. Here's George. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, such a skilled scorer. When George is looking to attack, it puts pressure on the D.
Denver shooting their first free throws tonight. George hits them both. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding. Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more from him.
Highland misses.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Denver in the lead. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Cobra in the last game against the 76ers put on a show. He had 63 points, and he was very efficient with his shooting, with a solid percentage in both field goals and free throws. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Here's Brown, coming off a terrific game against Cleveland. Here's Jokic. Goes up again. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards and one trip down the floor.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Coffee, he's checked in for Portis. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Holmes. Jackson, he's checked in for George. And it's Jones in for Highland.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
1:33 left in the first. The Cobra passes to Coffee. For three, Hardy. Nails it from three. Hardy's got 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Jones. Gordon outside. Pass to Jackson. Kessler with a rebound.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
The Cobra can't hit.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Jones, the pass to Brown. Back to Jones. Pass to Gobert. Inside. Here's Brown. It's deflected. And he gets it back. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Clippers trail by 6. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's the Cobra. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. The Cobra's got his second basket on the night.
That's tough to take as a defender. You've got position and you still get beat.
Here's Brown. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
Number 8, Paul George.
16 seconds left in the opening quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it from deep. That shot missing. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Denver. They lead by 4. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
Amir Coffey out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Hardy. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's the Cobra in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
It's George on the wing. Lobs it up. And the Cobra pulls it down. The Cobra's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hardy, the pass to the Cobra. And then Portis with the dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's George. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number one or number two guy, but you've got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Hey, Brian. As the trade deadline gets closer, it's the Spurs front office making things happen. They were able to acquire the 7-footer Ivica Zubac. He's a presence in the paint who'll clean the glass and bring them some more size. Rim protection. I'm told they feel very strongly about how big of a piece he'll be for them moving forward.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Brian, not today.
That's right. Good call, Allie. Thank you. A different look for Denver. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Gobert. Holmes comes in for Gordon. And Goodwin is subbed in for Paul George. He gets it in there. Jackson's gotten his first basket of the night.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Coffee, the pass to the Cobra. Here's Hardy. 5 points in the game. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Down low. Pass to Jones. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. And it's a 7-point Denver lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Goodwin. Outside Jones. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Pass to Goodwin. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. The Cobras got 6 rebounds here tonight. With the teardrop. The rebound by Jackson. The Nuggets lead by 5. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Portis.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Hardy, the pass to Hunter. Here's the Cobra. Here's Coffee. Doubled by Jackson. Back to Coffee. To the inside. Stolen by Jokic. Jackson, pass to Jones. Blocked!
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Hardy. 5 points in the game. 1:07 left in the second period. Here's the Cobra, defended by Holmes. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Kessler, he's checked in for Coffee. And the second free throw is good. 58 seconds left to play in the half. Left side, Highland.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Denver now. They lead by 4. Here's George. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. George has got 6 points in the quarter. The Cobra passes to Hardy. Here's the Cobra. And the layup is good. The Cobra's got 14 points.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Inside, here's Brown. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
And once more this half. They find a way to get great position inside.
Here's the Cobra. George defending. Portis outside. Hardy, the pass to the Cobra. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't let. Now let's change gear. That does it for halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 from Michael Malone. We've got George. He's out there with Bones Highland. Christian Brown out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Holmes in at the 4.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here's the Cobra. George defending. The Cobra passes to Hunter. To the middle. Oh, George with a steal. To the paint. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
Hardy, the pass to the Cobra. And he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. George outside. Let's go with a 3. Good! Another from 3.
And he's hit thousands of threes in the league. Oh, my.
Inching closer to 5th place on the career triples list. Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. Number 1, Los Angeles. The Nuggets, 4th.
And lately, both of these squads have been dominant defenders in the paint, piling up some jaw-dropping shot-blocking stats. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Denver. Pass to Brown. Highland looking for an opening. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Down low. Here's the Cobra. And he jams it home with authority.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Outside, Highland. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown, it's hauled in by Portis.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Holmes finds Highland. Shoots. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. The Cobra's got his 7th rebound here tonight. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity to 3-point play. It's going to go on Paul George. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Here's Hardy. He's guarded by Highland. Hardy, the pass to the Cobra. Inside. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Brown. That balls. Nice feed from Jokic. Brown's got 10.
And their defense has taken a turn for the worse here in the second half, allowing way too many easy looks.
The Cobra can't hit. Denver leading by 6. Jokic passes to Holmes. He drops it from range. Holmes has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
And everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
And a new group getting ready for the Nuggets. Gobert's checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Holmes. Jackson, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Jones in for Highland. Jackson, the pass to Jones. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
Over his last 10 games, his 3-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Jones. He's got 5. 1:16 left in the 3rd. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're fortunate to be leading after shooting below 40% in the first half.
The Cobra. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in this game.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Goodwin's checked in for Jones.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
The Nuggets lead by 8. To the paint. Here's Brown. And he takes the fantastic